Hello folks, my name is Mike Cannon. I'm part of the Avaya Serviceability Engineering Group. And today we're going to do a short video clip on how do we patch Communication Manager messaging. First is I went to support.avaya.com. I went to product and put in Communication Manager messaging. And then on the left-hand pane, I clicked on the Downloads tab. And it brought me to this page here where we have Summary and Downloads. All you see under Communication Manager Messaging are Communication Manager Messaging 5.2 and 5.2.1 remote field updates. Again, it was rebranded in 5.2. So if you need earlier IA770, you need to change product and put in IA770. So the ones we're going to put on are the message core today, which is A9021 remote field update H, and the cornerstone update, which is C1317 remote field update F. You can see both are relatively small, somewhere between a little over 1 meg to around 2 meg. So we got to go to downloads, and at this point I'm going to click on these and download them to a folder on my laptop. I updated the two remote field updates to my folder Mike's. They're CM 5.0. They're at the bottom there, and you see I created a folder that we're going to use for this video, CMM 521 for video. So I'm going to open up the cornerstone first and basically going to extract it. So you need to extract it from the zip format first, which is what we'll do. So we're going to extract it to the CMM 521 for video folder. And as you can see, we put both in the correct folder. Now we will log into the Communication Manager Messaging and patch it. I always like to log in Linux first, and we're going to run two commands. The first command will be SW version, which you can see. And I'm going to scroll down to where it says messaging. And what we're looking for is you go across where those dashes are. You're looking for the RFUs that have already been installed. And you can see the cornerstone of D and the message core of D have both been installed. The other command I like to run when I'm in the Linux shell is stat app. And I like to run this command because it tells me if messaging application is up and running, and it is. So now we're going to log into the web pages. Well, we finally made it to the web pages. We're going to log in as Craft. You have to be Craft or comparable login to be able to patch Communication Manager messaging. Next, we're putting in the Craft password. We're going to say yes to suppress alarm origination. And what we're going to do first is we are going to go to server maintenance and download the RFUs. So download is at the very bottom, so we're going to have to scroll to the bottom. We're going to click on download files. We're going to check the radio button for files downloaded from this machine I'm using to connect to server. We're going to browse to the folder on my laptop. We're going to highlight the file and click open. And we're going to repeat for the cornerstone. At that point, we're going to click download. And it says both files are successfully downloaded to the server. So they should be in the var home FTP pub directory. Next, we're going to go up to administration and go to messaging. We have to scroll down to the middle for utilities. Remember, we ran stat app prior to, so we have to stop messaging because the stat app said messaging was running. Again, on a working system, it's critical that we stop messaging prior to loading the RFUs. So if you're requested to shut down the message software, click the stop button to initiate a delayed shutdown. Shutdown will occur in 3 minutes. I click stop. Finally, to stop a voice system completed, I OK that. My next step is to scroll down to software management, and we're going to click on software install. At this point, it says in the likely event of catastrophic failure during the upgrade procedure, full system backup may be the only method of recovering the customer's data. Doing a full system backup before proceeding is highly recommended. We've already done that, so we're going to continue without current system backup. It tells me the following packages will be installed. These are the ones we just downloaded to the var home FTP pub directory. So the A9021 RF plus H and the Cornerstone 1317 RF plus F. We're going to install the selected packages. Tells me the following packages will be installed from the LAN. Those look good. We're going to proceed with the installation. The following packages are being installed. It first removes the packages, the old packages, so the D, right, the application RF plus D and the Cornerstone RF plus D. And then it successfully installed packages application, right, 9021 RF plus H, and prior to it, it said the Cornerstone was installed successfully. What I always like to do before doing anything else is I go back to my Linux shell in CM. And first thing I want to just look at really quick, you can see again we're at 5.2.1. That's the load. And again, we add Cornerstone RF plus D, right? So that remote field update was on it, and the message store D was on it. Now we're going to type SW version again. And obviously we're still at 5.2.1, but again, our Cornerstone is F, and our message store now is H. Stat app, and you can see messaging is down. The next command for us to run is to start messaging software. I can do it from here, but I generally like to do everything from the utilities page. I'm going to click start messaging. And it tells me start voice system information, start a voice system in progress. Okay, it finally told me start a voice system completed. That only took a couple minutes. I'll okay that. Again, at this time, I'll go back to the Linux shell, type stat app, and we can see that messaging is up and running. Now your on-site person can run whatever basic tests they're going to run, and we are completed with the messaging remote field updates. Thank you for your time today. We hope this information was useful. We welcome comments, questions, and feedback at mentor@avaya.com or on Twitter at Avaya Mentor. Again, thanks for choosing Avaya.